Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Marvel Snap video. So we have a new development roadmap update. We got one of these last summer, and it is finally time to bring in the new year with a new one. So we're going to take a quick look at this, and then we're going to go over the details we got coming alongside it. So in the coming soon category, we have character mastery, album improvements, in-game events, selectable card effects, selectable borders, new infinity splits, and collectible reactions. In the in-development section, we have Clans 1.0, collectible borders, booster Vats, more event types, and a in-game graveyard. And then in concept, we have new game mode, new boards, clan competitions, ultimate variant evolution, and new card mechanics. So the big things here are mainly that the prestige mode they talked about last developer update seems to have been renamed to character mastery, and that's something we will be taking a look at the details of here in just a second. Other than that, just a bunch of other new stuff mentioned. And the other notable thing is that ultimate variant evolution, which involves ultimate variants being spiced up to be more worth that ultimate price tag, so to speak, seems to have been pushed back. It was in development at the time of the last roadmap releasing, and now it has been pushed back to in concept, so they probably started over on the drawing board on those. And if anyone remembers mythic variants, which were supposed to be even more ultimates, those seem to have been scrapped entirely. It would not surprise me if a lot of the features they were testing out for something like that ended up getting rolled into the new customization we'll be seeing with the character mastery system. So starting out, album improvements. So this is really nice. They talk about how there was a lot of feedback around albums, and they're going to be making improvements that include more albums, easier to complete albums, albums with various sizes, and more ways to collect emotes. Honestly, that is a lot of the controversy about albums had directly to do with those issues. And then probably my favorite thing about this is they're working on a concept called parent albums, which give even more rewards as you complete similarly themed albums in a set. Imagine a Dan Hip parent album that combines all of the Dan Hip albums and rewards you for progress on each of the many Dan Hip albums. So yeah, that is a really big thing that I wanted to see with the album system. It felt really weird when they released that they're just this random collection of variants, which coincidentally some of are not the most desirable cards that people probably aren't picking up variants to begin with for. So the fact that we're now potentially getting a parent album, which hopefully rewards having just more in general of any specific type of variant. I think that's a really good thing, and it's kind of a bonus for anyone who is going to be already collecting the variants in those specific albums, so very much nice to see that they are acting on feedback here. Then we have selectable card effects and borders. This is one of the most requested features that people have been asking for forever. Hey, I have, gold unlocked on this card, but I upgraded it too many times and I want to have that gold border, or I want to keep upgrading this card to get cool splits, but I don't want to get it past the border I like it on. It sounds like that's coming soon. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it's coming maybe as soon as the next patch. We'll see. Yeah, that's really nice. That is a feature that has been long requested. Going to be great to have it in the game, and being able to select the effect as well is a really nice thing. So this definitely enables more mixing and matching of your previously unlocked splits. They're also preparing for a second phase of custom card that we will see in the in-development section called collectible borders. Collectible borders will be a brand new cosmetic type with new never-before-seen card borders that you can acquire and apply to a character to unlock that border or that character's custom card. If you like the current borders, wait till you see what the new ones are coming. So yeah, it's exciting. More customization. People like customizing their cards a lot. That's why people have been keeping them on specific borders. So hey, more customization. I think that's generally always a good thing. Then we have in-game events. So we aim to keep the game fresh every week in Snap. So in 2024, we're introducing in-game events. Over the year, we will gradually add new and varying types of events. First one looks like it'll be something we've tentatively titled Leagues. When a league event is active, you'll be matched up against a small number of other players near your skill and collection level. During the event, you will compete to see who can earn the most cubes to earn awesome rewards. You have what it takes to win your league. We hope this is the first of many different types of events we'll introduce over time. During and after each event, we'll take in feedback, make adjustments to make them better in the future. So yeah, curious to see. Don't have too much information on that, but hey, if we're getting free rewards for participating in a game event that lets you, maybe play in a different way, or just having a little thing to focus on during the month or the week or whatever, past that grinding to infinite or farming conquest, seems like a nice addition to the game. It'll obviously depend on the specifics, but seems like a good thing overall. Then we have character mastery. This is probably the thing I'm most excited about of what we're seeing here. Has your love of friendly sharks caused you to collect every Jeff variant? And how perfect does that ink split with black crackle flare look on your chibi Jeff? Well, now it's time to show off your mastery of playing and collecting each character in Snap. After character mastery launches, every cosmetic you collect for a character will contribute towards unlocking brand new splits and exclusive rewards. If you thought gold, ink, and crackle were fun, you have even more fun on the way. Earn your 4th Iron Man variant, gain Iron Man mastery. Same for your Gamora avatar. Same for splitting a card the X amount of time. Gain mastery, you get the idea. As the mastery for a character goes up, you unlock new and cooler splits and eventually a brand new cosmetic type. Reactions, exclusively available as a mastery reward for each character. Reactions are the fun emojis that you can show off on cards and locations. But if your reaction was Goose or Wolverine, your opponent will immediately know your dedication and love for the character when you show it off. Yeah, this is cool. I think the little reaction things are kind of an underused feature, so kind of a neat little bonus that if you use a card a bunch, you can get a little thing for it. Mostly excited about the split stuff. I think these splits have been a big standout thing in Snap. People really like them, so getting more splits as a reward seems good. It's also another way to potentially monetize the cosmetic side more by encouraging people to focus on splits, and maybe that could help cheapen things in progression, though that's probably a bit of copium. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they've cooked up, because obviously the inked and gold and crackle stuff is already really cool, so will be neat to see what they do there. And I really like that this makes getting those random variants you're never going to use feel a little bit better. Like getting, your 4th Iron Man variant when you already have one you really like. Well, maybe now you can make that Iron Man variant even cooler. So that seems like a win just for the random collection aspect, making that feel a little bit better rather than just being like, oh cool, a variant I'm never going to use. In its current design, every few levels of character mastery you gain unlocks a mastery milestone. Each character has unique mastery milestone challenges for you to complete. Imagine reaching Deadpool Mastery 10 and unlocking a challenge to have Deadpool be over 100 power in a match. Completing a mastery milestone will earn new rewards for that character, potentially including new split unlocks, a new collectible border, or currencies to help you continue to increase your collection level. This is the current design and it may change by the time we launch it, but we can't wait to share it. Yeah, so I think that's really cool. This is kind of like a pseudo achievement system, right? Where not only are you splitting the card and getting other things unlocked that way, but you actually have to, do a task with the character. People have talked about wanting achievements in the game, and this seems like a neat way to do it, where you won't just be able to spend infinite money to get all these cool new splits. You'll actually have to, use the character and do these specific things. So I kind of like that as just a little bonus thing to chase. It's completely cosmetic, so if it doesn't interest you, you can just kind of ignore it entirely because it's cosmetic stuff. But yeah, I think that's a cool thing to chase and adds a little bit of more interesting dynamic to the collection system. And they have their in-development features, so these are things still very much being worked on, not currently finalized. But as we saw in the past, a lot of the stuff that was in development did end up making its way to the game in the next 6 months or so. So my expectation here is that the stuff we saw in the first category is probably stuff we'll generally be seeing in the first quarter of the year. And then the other stuff in the middle, we're probably going to see either halfway or later into the year. And then the stuff at the very end, who knows if we'll even see that this year. I guess we will see. But yeah, clans. So they're finally adding a clan system, collectible borders, booster vats, more event types, and a in-game graveyard. So what are clans? They've heard many requests for social experience in Snap. This is how they're going to be implementing it. The feature will enable you to join or create clans, working together to complete missions and earn collective points. The more points your clan accumulates, the greater the rewards for all members. Clans feature will be rolled out in phases, allowing us to gather feedback, refine the system along the way. So yeah, this is going to be like an iterative thing, but clans are a good thing. I mean, you already see some people putting a clan tag in, but this definitely helps people engage with the game more, interact with their friends more. I'd still like a friends list. That feels like it's kind of important for getting into a clan, but I guess we'll see if they manage to do that when Clans comes out. And then they also mentioned booster Vats, so not a lot of info here, but do you dream of picking a character to get boosters for after a match? Booster Vats are a new feature geared towards targeting booster acquisition for characters of your choosing. Booster Vats will come in sizes from small to Hulk-sized, which award more and more boosters as the booster vat gets larger. Pick the booster vat size you want to use, pick the character you want to target, complete an objective to crack open the booster vat. So again, this is another just kind of challenge thing, it feels like. But a way to target boosters is great. It's really annoying when you want to split a card and you keep getting boosters for a card you don't really plan to split anymore. So a real way to target boosters here that also provides a little bit of a challenge to go after in game in order to get those excess boosters seems like a net positive. And then we have the stuff that's further out. They only really talk about 2 of these things here, but they have new game boards, clan competitions, ultimate variant evolution, and new card mechanics. Talk about clan competitions. They don't quite know what they're going to be yet. As they described in the clan stuff, they're going to release clans and update it and figure it out as they go. But it'll be some type of feature that allows clans to battle it out against each other or something like that. But it sounds like it's pretty early in development, so probably will change a lot between now and then. And then new game mode. We have a lot of different ideas for our next new game mode and are working through the concepts. The next step will be that we'll choose a few to go through prototyping, testing, and evaluating a plan to figure out which will be the most fun. Yeah, I think a new game mode could do a lot of good for Snap, but I really do hope they take their time on it and get it right, because when they first launched Friendly Battle, outside of a few community tournaments or whatever, that feature felt like it fell flat on its face. Conquest was obviously a bit better, but it was still very much similar to the main game, and this new game mode might be too. But personally, I'd love to see them branch out a bit and do something a little bit different, because I think it's kind of hard to think of ways to make the current general game of Marvel Snap very different, shifting into some new mode. People have suggested draft mode. I don't think they're likely to do that. Maybe they do, but there already are fan drafting things, and while it can be something fun to do with a friend, I don't think it's going to be the most popular thing with the general Snap community. So, and I think in the past they've also expressed interest in draft not really being the right fit, but who knows, that could have changed by now. What do you think could be a interesting new game mode? I'd love to hear it. Conquest was a cool idea, and it's nice for that tournament setting, but as time has gone on, I feel like a lot of people feel like it just takes too long compared to just jamming a game or two on ladder. They don't like being locked into it, so I do wonder if whatever new game mode they are cooking up is a bit more like the playing games on ladder experience, where it's very quick to jump in and just play a fast match, as I think that's one of the biggest strengths of Marvel Snap. And then new card mechanics is also something, and they mentioned that in concept stage. I imagine that's just expanding their engine a bit to change the possibilities of what, cards can actually do in the game, so they can make more interesting effects. I'm kind of surprised that's so far out, but they do work pretty far in advance with making cards and stuff, as all card game companies do. So we'll see what that is, but that seems a long way out. In-game graveyard will be nice too in the in development section. If you're playing on PC, Tracker does it for you, which is nice, but it'd be great to have that available in-game, especially on mobile. But yeah, that is all the information about the developer roadmap. So I'd love to hear what you think about it in the comments below. Overall, I think there's a bunch of neat stuff here. As someone who enjoys the cosmetic aspect and chasing achievements and progression and that kind of stuff, a lot of this stuff is kind of appealing to me, and I like the fact that it sounds like it's stuff that you can engage with without necessarily having to spend a bunch of extra money on the game. But we won't know that for sure, obviously, until the feature comes out. But I like the idea of more customization on the cards. It's a very fun aspect of the game, and especially having challenges that tie into that seems to be a cool way to make the game a bit more interesting. And then the clan stuff is exciting too. I like the idea of, people working towards a shared goal, everyone benefiting from that. Just seems like a net positive thing to foster a bit more community in the game, and I'll definitely be making one when that feature comes out. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you enjoyed it, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.